My name is Mike Morrison. My wife Angie and I have been attending 4 Points for about 3 months. If I had to classify my life in one word, from birth until August the 17th of 2011, that word would have to be unfair. My parents divorced when I was 8 years old through infidelity on both sides. There was a lot of issues there. And the problems really started about at that point, 9 years old till about 13 years old. At 18, I graduated high school, and through some advice I received from my brother, I went into the military. Military took me to Valdosta, Georgia. Decided to go write for a local newspaper in central Georgia. Some suicidal thoughts kind of started creeping in my mind, like a young 26-year-old boy now who, has had several defeats in his life, and now he's sitting in a town that he knows not too many people, and is not really hooked into anything or anybody. And I sat down and I pulled out some pills and I just scattered them. It was Advil. I had them all over the table, and I just decided that I was going to end it right there. And for some reason, I'm not sure why, God just kind of laid on my heart, maybe you ought to go to church. Maybe it couldn't hurt anything. So that one church, it was a Fletcher Baptist Church in Statesboro, Georgia. I decided at 6 o'clock that night I would clean up, put some clothes on, and go to that church. And it came at the right time. So I walked down the aisle that night, and I just said, I don't know what it is, but I need to change. I met my wife, Angie, and she had graduated Georgia Southern. She was a teacher in Bullitt County, and basically we just started dating. And one thing led to another. Just a few months later, we were engaged. One job led to another job that I was climbing a corporate ladder. And then one day in 2008, the economy just went crazy. The company I worked with breached their contract with me and wouldn't pay me. And in December of 2010, I was diagnosed with depression. I had 3 things going on in my life. I was sleeping, crying, or contemplating how I was going to kill myself. And that was it. Wednesday, August the 17th, I was walking downstairs in my home, and I couldn't open the door. I wasn't going to walk out that day. And just started crying, just fell apart. And I found the bottle of Tramadol. A brand new prescription was sitting there. And through that crying, I remember grabbing that bottle and just looking in the mirror and yelling, God, if you don't want me to die, you better talk to me right now. I heard absolutely nothing. So I took the pills and went to bed. I went to lay down, and I heard the sound of the door open. We have a chime that I could hear, and knew at that point it was my son Chris, and he had gotten home. He came upstairs. I could hear him, walking up the stairs, and he walked in my room. And I guess he saw me laying there and thought I was asleep. And I had just enough energy, because I couldn't get up, but I had just enough energy to say, Chris, and it stopped him. And he said, what? And I said, I messed up. I really messed up. And all I can remember is, what in the world did I do to get to that here? Night, in an emergency room bed, I decided, whatever I had done to that point, it didn't work. My strength wasn't going to get it. My friends weren't going to help me. My family was not going to be the answer. And it's the term that I come up with, and I wrote a book about it, and it's what I live by now. And it is because I went from suffering to surrender. I knew that it was time that once I surrendered to God and said, okay, God, this is yours. And when I surrendered and said, okay, you do it, that's when things started making sense.